How's it going, everybody? My name is Eris. I am a first year student at Mohawk College for Computer Engineering Mechatronic Systems 562 for 3 years. And today I'm going to be showing you how to build lab number 4 of the CENG or Applied Programming slash CENG-10000 course for lab number 4, which is a 2 LED blinking program. And we are just going to get started right now. So for the parts you will need 2 LEDs. It doesn't matter which color. In this case, I picked red and green. All of these parts also are available in your lab kit or your kit that was provided to you or that you bought. You are going to also need a 470 ohm resistor there. So the color code for that would be yellow, violet, brown, and gold. You're going to need 2 of those. So 2 of those. You are going to need also, additionally, the most important part, 2 of these nice little thingamajigs. This one is an Arduino R3. This will also come in your lab kit, as well as a breadboard. This is also an important one. Second to last is going to be 3 wires. So since I had a green and red LED, I'm going to have a green and red wires here. These green and red female wires. As you see, they don't have a pin at the end. We'll figure that in a second on why. And we're going to have a black long wire here. This is to represent ground or negative. You're going to need a 10-pin header connector. So these are what the female connectors. So like this. That's how they connect. That's why we need those. You will also additionally need 2 of these 4-pin headers. So these are going to help you dramatically as well. Whoa, my camera is flashing around. So yeah, all you need to do essentially to get this is you need to, it will come in a long strip like this, and what you're going to do is you're going to count how many you need. So in this case, if I need 4, I'd put my finger on the fourth one there and just break it off like that, and that's how you get your 4-pin header. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's get on to building. So first, what we're going to do is we are going to attach the 3 header pins. So for the first one, for the 10 pin, what I'm going to essentially do is I'm going to connect it into this section. So I'm going to connect it to here. As you can see, it covers the SDA, I believe that's what it's called, AREF ground, and a couple of these pin terminals here. So that's what I'm going to connect that to. So on the Arduino, on the top here, on this top set, so the Arduino logo is here. You're going to connect the 10 pin here. Next, you are going to grab your 4 pins, and you're going to connect 1 to negative. So 1 to the negative blue rail there at the bottom, and 1 on the regular rail here. So we're going to connect them, say here, to that rail. Going to connect them to the same rail there, just below it on the regular ABCD rail there on the breadboard. You're all set for your header pins. Next up, we will wire up the resistors. So I'm going to grab my 470 ohm resistor here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it to the same rail as we see. So you see where the pin is connected here, or the resistor, it's connected to the same rail as this first one here. So it's in line on the same column slash row there. And we are going to take the other end and we're going to stick it in whatever is desired. So I'm just going to put it here, right there, like that, on the same rail. You're going to be careful with this next resistor now. You're going to be connecting it to the second rail. So again, so the first one was connected to the first resistor. Second one is connected on a different row in line with the second resistor there. So you can see that second resistor has the same row as the second pin here. Second pin right there. It's in line. Nice. And with this other resistor and with this other end, we're going to do the same thing as the first one, except we're going to connect it in a different one. We're not going to connect it to the same one there. So as we can see where my finger is, this is the first one. The second one is here on a different column there, or a different row. So once you have that, I'll show you guys how it's supposed to look, and even up close as well if you need. So we're going to follow those as well. Next up, we are going to wire the LEDs, or put in the LEDs. So as you can notice, your LEDs have two sides, an anode and a cathode side here. So your cathode is the negative side, so it's the shorter end here. So if I were to hold it here, oh, my camera is really bugging out there. I'm going to try to control my camera here. So you can see there's a longer end on my left side here, and there's a shorter end on my right side. The shorter end is going to be your cathode. Your cathode, your shorter end, is going to go into the negative rail here. So we're going to be in line with the resistor here. So the same column, so this is my first resistor. I'm going to be a green. And we are going to connect the shorter end here to the negative terminal. And we're going to have that longer end there connect in line with the resistor on the same row. So here's what it looks like. So that shorter pin. So I'm going to show you a red one here. Shorter pin, like that. So the one on my left side this time. Shorter pin's going to go into the negative, and that longer one that looks like a leg, where my finger is pointing to, is going to go into the breadboard on the columns there. So we're going to do it again for the second one. So we're going to grab our second LED, which is our red one, which is a red one, or whatever color you need. And we are going to take, again, the longer side goes in line with the resistor on the same column. And our negative, which is our cathode, is going to go into the terminal there. So as we can see, it's in line with the negative terminal there. And this longer one, which is our anode, is in line with the resistor there on the same row. Got that? So that finishes off with the resistors, the 4 pins, and the LEDs themselves. Next up, we're going to be doing a little bit of wiring with these ones. So first of all, we're going to grab our easiest one here. We are going to grab our negative black wire, and we're going to connect it to one of the pins on the negative side. So we're going to plug that in. Very nice and easy on that negative rail. So these pins on the negative rail. And we're going to connect it to the ground. So ground, you can see, if I flip my Arduino over, it's that giant white text there in that giant white box that says G and D. That means ground. That's where our negative will go. So I'm going to grab my negative wire, my black wire there, and connect it to the pin that is in line with ground there. So you can see where my wire is. If I can move a bit closer and let the camera align, you can see this wire is down and connected to ground. So that indicates negative. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Next up, we are going to do the same thing, except instead of the negative rail here, we're going to connect the green and red wires to positive, which is going to be our 2 resistors and are going to be in line with the LEDs there. So we're going to connect the green LED. So our green LED is in line with resistor number 1, which both my fingers are on, and the green LED. So this corresponds to the first pin right there. So if you could see this first pin right here where my finger is over, or pointing to, or pointed at, where my nail is there. So we're going to connect the green LED there. Right? Beautiful. And we're going to connect this one to pin number 13. So if you can find pin number 13 there, so you can see 13 is right next to ground there. So right next to that black wire, great indicator there. We are going to connect that green LED, or green wires, excuse me, onto pin number 13. Next up, we are going to do the last one, which is the red wire. We're going to do the same thing, except it's going to be on the second pin header there on the breadboard. So we can see where the red one is. It's going to be right beside the green one, just connected in line with the second resistor here, which is in line with the rail here. So if I were to spin this Arduino around and show you, so where my red one is, it's connected on the same line here. So red is connected in line with that second LED, or that resistor. So where my finger is, yeah, right there. If you go up and up and up, you can see that pin is in line and in the same row as my red LED. So then we're going to connect this red other end here, this female end of the connector, all the way to pin number 12. So pin number 12 is right next to 13. Flip the Arduino over here to show you guys. So pin number 12, so if I go down on my red one, it's right next to pin number 13 there. So if you could see if my camera could focus there. It's not going to focus there, but you get the gist of it. Under pin number 12 there, connect the red wire, which is connected to your red LED, down to pin number 12. And at this point, your wiring is complete. So let's recap. Your jumper wires are connected from your four header pins there on your breadboard here, connected in line with your resistor. So your green one right here is connected to resistor number 1, which is the closest, and your red one is connected to resistor number 2, the outermost one here on my diagram. And the black jumper wire is connected to the blue terminal ones here on the outer skirts here, and those are connected to ground. So first off, black is to ground on the Arduino here, so this other end is to the Arduino. Green is connected to pin number 13. Red is connected to pin number 12. So that is how you build the wiring there for your breadboard. Let's shift over to code, but before we code, we are going to grab our nifty little tether, as I like to call it here, and we're going to take this end and connect it to the Arduino here, just like that. And we're going to then connect this to our PC via the USB-C. So our laptop, PC, desktop, stuff like that. We're going to connect it, and you're going to hear a Windows connection noise, and you saw the LEDs flash there, which indicates that it has power, and it'll also be indicated via this green nice little light on our Arduino Uno R3 there. So let's move on to the programming side of things. So we are in the programming side of things. As you can see, I have Arduino IDE 2.3.6 opened right now. So you can see this nice little code. And if you recall, we connected our LEDs and wires to pin 13 and 12, which are both nicely labeled here. So int LED underscore number 1 is connected to pin 13, so that will be our green LED. And LED number 2, which is connected to pin number 12, is connected to the red LED here. So nice code here. The code is going to stay the same here. I will leave a download description for you guys to try that out in case you haven't downloaded off of my Canva already. We're going to select our board. So remember when we connected the cable here all the way to our PC from the Arduino, we're going to select Arduino Uno COM3. That's what mine says. Yours might say something different. And the last step of this is going to be, we're going to verify it just in case. You don't have to do this step, I just do it to show. So verify your code, there's no errors, nothing. And as it says here, done compiling. And the last step is to upload the code using the upload button, so click that. And you can see that our LEDs are shifting to life here with some light. So this program, what this essentially will do is it will blink the red and green LED back and forth. So the first one that will blink is LED number 1 set to high, which means it will turn it on, and set to LED 2 to low. It's going to wait 100 milliseconds, which is 1 second, to then shift to the opposite side now. So it's going to blink from green to red there. And congratulations, if you made it this far, you have completed lab number 4. The first part of lab number 4 here, which is making the green and red LEDs light up. Congratulations, I hope you enjoyed this video on making these two little buggers light up. The wiring and everything, the simple given code from your professors or department or faculty. So I just made this video tutorial in case anybody was stuck. I was even stuck myself until I decided to figure it out on my own and make this video for you guys. So that's going to be it for this video. My name is Eris. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.